Manner born to nobility, Ollie danced through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand, little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escaped from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. From luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack. Contracts and bylaws, she knew them all. Her litigious prowess made bureaucrats fall. In mazes of paper would she find a way to bend the rules and save the day. A holy symbol in a divine dream. Not all in the tower is as it may seem. A true the tower across the land. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined, sometimes leaving the present behind. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined, sometimes leaving the present behind. Library cat, shrouded in mystery, follows Ollie through every history. With glowing eyes and silent paws, it guards her path without pause. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escaped from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Cut from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack.
Oh, hoist up the sails, let the winds take a clip. For Thaddeus Turnpike commands his ship. For good on the waves, a sailor so bold, with magical powers and a heart of gold. He-ho, Thaddeus sailed the endless sea, with little Boo-Boo as wise as can be. Through tempest and tide, they roam far and wide. The Turnpike legacy, their unfading pride. From the mighty Turnpike line he hails, with a lineage of captains braving the gales. A scion of seafarers fierce and grand, with the smell on his lips and the sword in his hand. Behold Thaddeus, master of the smell, with little Boo-Boo through heaven and hell. They dance with the stars, they flirt with the dew, their laughter echoes in the ocean's blue. An owl for his mate, little Boo-Boo's his name. Together they soar in fortune and fame. With little Boo-Boo, his talons wrapped in light, they summon the winds and the stars to their fight. A curse of great power, a gift or a bane, Thaddeus wields it with little to fame. A rogue with a charm, a sailor with flair, he faces each curse with nary a care. Behold Thaddeus, the sea's arcane knight, with little Boo-Boo in the pale moonlight. Through whispers of magic and the salt-laden air, the Turnpike adventure none can compare. So sing of the Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Boo-Boo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journey's just start. The sea's in their blood, magic in their heart. So sing of the Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Boo-Boo setting sail. For where the map ends,
Salamia's fields, a halfling stood tall. Sea gray eyes, a fighter's call. With Fiona's love and Angus' smile, his world was bright for a little while. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. From Zakar streets to golden fields, their family loved the greatest shield. They dreamed of wonders near and far, penned on a list beneath the stars. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. Young Angus fell on distant shore, while Fiona's kiss would come no more. A drunken noble, a vengeful blade, left Harold's world in darkness laid. But from his grief a purpose born, to honor vows that he had sworn. The list unfolds a final wish, a blade resisted a gutted fish. Now Harold roams through joy and strife, to live for three in one short life. From mountains high to oceans deep, this solemn pledge he vowed to keep. With boulder hat and iron will, he faces each task with hard-won skill. For every deed he sees it through, he feels their love forever true. And when the final task is done, when every battle's lost and won, he'll close his eyes, his duty clear, knowing his loved ones drawing near. In afterlife they'll meet again, their love eternal, free from pain. The list complete, their dreams fulfilled, a promise kept, a future will. Oh, Harold Grey, your journey's long, but in your heart they're never gone. With every dream that you fulfill, Fiona and Angus are with you still.
Boom. That's it. We're here. Hello. Welcome back to You Are Legion. With a couple of new faces and some faces you might have seen around before. This is the game where we play D&D. Stick to the script, Coy. Stick to the script. Where you, the audience, can join in and be a part of the story as the voices inside one of the heads of our party members. Because in this game, you are Legion. My name is Coy. I am going to be your game master today, and I am joined by some of our regular cast of players. We have, in the upper center square rectangle, Claire Hogan playing as the Kender Cleric of Knowledge, Arlie Candlewick III. We also have, just to her right on my screen, Sam Gilroy playing as the noble pirate wizard, Thaddeus Turnpike, son of Jersey Turnpike. We have to say we will... I was going to say a word, but I think condolences is not the right word. We are sad to miss today Michael Keane and Sean Boyd, who will be joining us next week, but they will be played, their characters are with us and will be controlled by Claire and Sam. And welcoming back after a bit of a hiatus, Lindsay Owen Pierre. Welcome, Lindsay. Good to see you again.
Hey, good to be back.
Yeah, last time we saw you, it was warm. So, that's how long it's been up in north of the wall. And joining us to assume direct control of the Legion construct for the first of 4 sessions before we end for the break, Annie Yao. Thank you for joining us, Annie. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yao. Is that? Annie's been playing on our Wednesday, because we now have a Wednesday stream led by Eric Fournier, and Annie's been playing for the last few weeks on Wednesday, and she's doubling up, I guess, you're going to overlap for a couple weeks, I believe, maybe, or one while you play with us.
My characters straight and not mix them up.
Right, yeah, you're not a tiefling. Not a tiefling.
No, not a tiefling who has a false name.
But if you guys want to check it out, definitely swing by on the Wednesday, or you can check out our videos that are available to catch up. Listen to them while you're doing the dishes or anything like that. Always fun. In the background. Previously on, I want to jump right into previously on. Some stuff happened last time. Things went a little crazy. It was so crazy, I couldn't even write it down. I was overwhelmed. So, Claire, Sam, do you want to give us a little rundown as to what went on last week?
Well, the long and short of it is that we popped into sort of an area between the planes that was opened up in the Shadowfell, tethering us to the thing that was pumping a tear in reality that was pumping shadows into our world, where we met what was the last a golden dragonborn, whose name I am forgetting off the top of my head, who had been there since the Cataclysm, where we were informed that we could either use this sort of nexus of all of these portals, we were kind of in a nexus spot for all of the gates, and we could either sort of boogie straight to the final boss, because we found out that Takisis's stone gem has manifested into a giant abyssal shadow dragon. We could either boogie straight there and try to take it on, or we could do the ritual that would shut down this rift and absolutely weakening her power to reform if we ever do kill her, but we would lose access to the webway. So we chose to do that.
Chose to take the prudent route. Yeah.
I feel like it was a really epic character development for Aelric, but Sean wasn't here to play him. It's like meeting the only other there's so few dragonborns, and he finally meets one of his kind that's been trapped for 300 years in this it reminds me of what's C.S. Lewis's Portal, the first book in Narnia, when all the pools lead to all the different worlds. Twitch can see the picture, right? So
yeah,
it's waiting for 300 years in this place to complete this ritual, and then finally heroically going off with Thor to fight the darkness epically. But then so it's really great for Aelric.
Yeah.
who, I don't know.
It's one of those
who
great moments where
who continue to have great character development in this episode as well, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, wonderful like season angling towards this. Like you get to meet another of your kind, and it just happens to be
He's
the
in
episode.
like safe mode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much. I got to do my best Sean Boyd impersonation, dropping my vocal octave a couple octaves there to just get that nice buttery sexiness that Sean Boyd brings to the game every week. So able to talk to our. That's true. What was that name? It was that crazy dragon. I'm not good with names because I give them crazy weird dragonborn names.
Similar to a word that exists, but it's not that word. It's
Shirakasa.
It's like Rakshasa. It's like that's how.
Yeah.
But not a Rakshasa. It's a rearranged.
Shirakasa. Yeah, right? It totally makes sense. Come on, who hasn't heard of Shirakasa? The famous dragonborn. And of course, we can't forget that Thor Odinson, who was the aspect of Legion played by our buddy Kevin the Fight Guy. He's in the chat right now. What's going on, Kevin? He gifted some of his power and imbued his hammer Mjolnir and gave that to Shirakasa, who then stormed off into the darkness for an epic warrior's death. So that was an awesome little ending to that. We have a hard out at 10:30 on You Are Legion on our Mondays, so the ending got a little bit rushed. They got out of the temple, they got out of that webway portal that we have on the screen right there. Arlie was able to. She rolled back-to-back nat 20s to end that session yesterday. I remember I pulled up our chat log today, and I was like, "All right, the insight and the Constitution save. That Constitution save was for that ritual which you passed with shining colors and closed the portal linking the Shadowfell to the material plane." But before anyone could really celebrate, the tower that you were in, this Wackenrith Tower, they called it, that was in the middle of an explosion, but all the exploding stones had been suspended in air. Once that portal was shut, the stones just fell and continued in their captured momentum, revealing to you this landscape, because you are now about 80 feet high off of the ground, no longer cloaked in a magical darkness, but now having the sky filled with the kind of twilight of pre-dawn. And in that light, you were able to look out over that bridge you had passed with the giant Zogre, the zombie ogre corpse in the middle of that stone bridge that had started. For some reason, I can't forget how it started, but it was really cool because it was on fire. And then this red dragon flew up out of the middle of that chasm and lit up all those zombies that were behind the zombie ogre. And it flew and landed on the top of the tower with all of you in front of you. This large, full red, pure-blooded dragon sitting in a kind of feline pose, and out of Harold's bag, badly wounded, holding his hat drooping and broken feather, little Squeak Noir poked his head out and said, "Ah, ma chère Rouge, it is so good to see you again in your true form." And that was where we ended the session last week. So, Sam, did you have anything that I missed?
No, I completely forgot about the dragon.
I know, just a little. We don't have many dungeons in this game, but we do have dragons. That's right. We're honoring. So we come back to. Nice, Sam. Your change of shirt pregame is being well appreciated by chat. So it was the right choice. We got dogs. We got happy dogs in the game to start, and hopefully we can keep that motif going. Amazing. So we come back with, I'm going to say, we're focusing today. You know how sometimes you have a show like Breaking Bad or The Wire where it's like an ensemble group of characters and there's a lot of really cool characters, but every once in a while they have an episode that's really focused on just one or two characters. This is one of those episodes where we're really just honing right in on our two magic casters. Things got magical last session. We're leaning into that magic side of things. So we're going to be focusing very much on Thaddeus Turnpike and Arlie Candlewick. Of course, our other two companions, Harold Gray and Aelric, are still around, but they're not the main characters today. Today, our main characters are Human and Kender, the two wielders of magic. There's a little bit of a history of distrust between these two. It might be one-sided, but that's fine. Maybe they can solve it today. Who knows? So, as we return to the top of the tower with little Squeak Noir in his broken feathered hat, just deeply wounded still, I'm going to say, Arlie, how do you react to this dragon newly landed?
I think Arlie hopefully can put Red Dragon and Chat Rouge, like, can make the connection in her mind. So she's just gonna quickly scoop up Library Cat, like, but like in the way that Library Cat's like a Maine Coon, like it's just gonna be like holding this big yeah, she's like, oh God, never, the jealous ex is back and bigger than before.
Amazing.
And
Thad, what is
throwing Squeak Noir off? I don't know where
Squeak Noir's just with Harold, actually. Squeak Noir's just hanging with Harold because Harold had put him in his bag. Thad, what do you do with in the face of this this red dragon?
I sort of like draw my hand down over to like my rapier and get my staff ready, because if that's Cat Rouge, I believe I like did a critical hit and then some other huge amount of damage to it in the last time. I thought it was just a magical Fey cat.
Yeah. Why not both? Incredible. As the two of you square off in a defensive and potentially aggressive maneuver to this large dragon that his head is coming down, Harold seems kind of pinned, unclear what he's thinking, but he's not moving as the head comes close to sniff at Harold and the little Squeak Noir that is mounted on him. You hear out of the little talking stone that you've carried with you this magical walkie-talkie that's been given to you. And Cudgel is on the other end, the dwarven mercenary who was creating that beachhead on the portal. I don't know what you've done, but it seems like you've made some sort of improvement on the darkness. Hello? Did you survive?
That's
Are you
the voice of the dragon? I'm sorry, that's the voice of the dragon?
No, that's Cudgel. That's your
Sorry,
dwarf for your
Cudgel.
walkie-talkie.
That sounds exactly like Cudgel. Okay,
That sounds exactly like a dwarf. Arlie's confused. Roll a wisdom check, Arlie.
Always
Is it like a Star Trek tap, or are we doing more of like a Secret Service, or like touch ear for?
I always like the Star Trek tap. I thought that was really fun, which is kind of like.
I slowly in the silence, take my hands off the rapier and very, 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 very slowly go over and sort of. Cudgel.
Aye.
Do you all not see the dragon? The big, very red dragon.
Well, let me just. Oh, are you on top of that tower there?
I just maybe make a movement, and then I kind of. I never take my eyes off the dragon.
You hear her like almost like someone covering the speaker to their phone, being like, "No, you got there, yeah, that's what they are. They're right there on the tower, hey." Then she comes back to speaking into the. Well, it seems like it's not. It seems like you're not fighting it at the moment, so that's a good sign,
Just make preparations and close the channel. Thank you. Bye.
Right. Over and out, and then you hear. Okay, so what are we gonna? And well, if you just. It is now pocket dial at this point in the open channel. Incredible. Squeak Noir at this point has reached out and his little hand touching the little snout of the large dragon formerly known as Le Chat Rouge. And there's a little murmur going on. Does anyone speak Draconic? Arlie, you speak Draconic. Hell yeah.
Nope.
Arlie, with Draconic, you're able to hear little, like, kind of pillow talk apologies, like a young couple, like, after a fight. Like, I am so sorry. I wasn't thinking. No, it's okay. It's okay. I swear. I totally understand. No, I was that small form. It really just, I wasn't able to. It's okay. Stop questioning yourself.
But
As
Arlie hears,
Squeakmar
like-
and yeah.
Arlie still is going to have to translate it into the only dialect of Draconic she knows, which is like, forgiveth me. Whence I find myself in petite stature, my choices that I doth make, mayst not beeth wisest.
Amazing. So, so Thad, you're able to hear this like translation into Old English, effectively, of this strange apology going on, and kind of after a conflict between spouses that Squeakmar and Le Grand Chat Rouge are going through at the moment. Out of the
No, Thad is just sort of staring this, like whispered over to Harold. Look, he was in Versailles. Was he no a dragon? What are they? Were they all dragons? Arlie, were they all was Versailles just dragons?
Not. Don't like that idea, but it was the Feywilds, and technically perception is a bit skewy there. Skewy's the technical term for it.
You are a dragon.
You hear the radio keeps popping up again. All right, well, considering I haven't seen a large bout of fire on top of the tower, it sounds like everything's under control. You may want to look to the north.
I whip my head to the north.
To the north, now that the darkness has receded, you see what at first looks like a dark forest. But as your eyes acclimatize to this pre-dawn twilight, purplish hue of the sky, you realize that what at first looks like trees are actually much sharper lined and much taller and further away. And you realize they're actually buildings, ancient, massive buildings, some of them hundreds and hundreds of meters high. You're looking at an ancient metropolis, and piercing the horizon above even these grand buildings is a even larger form that can only be the Arcane Forge. And I'm going to show you all a little artist rendering. And let me just make sure that my lighting is correct here. There we go. Here's a little artist rendering of our Arcane Forge. In the center of a massive crater that has been blasted out of the ground, assumedly ground zero from the cataclysm those hundreds of years ago. You are all well over a kilometer away. This rendering is not like of your position, but this is just a little AI-assisted rendering to kind of give you a sense of the scale and grandiosity of the Arcane Forge you have so long been searching for. Arlie, Library Cat squirms. You've been holding it long enough. It is now like fully like, okay, nothing's happening. I'm just now trying to squirm.
Yeah, I mean, you can't resist Library Cat, so.
Nice. Library Cat finally just is like able to plunk down onto the stone and pads itself over to an inert metal form. Annie, would you like to describe what Library Cat finds?
Yeah. So, library cat slowly comes to a form that is from its previous Thor construct form. Is slowly all the extra stuff slowly starts to kind of sink back into its body, and it's just kind of like, growing out the original kind of adornments and engravings and jewelries as it becomes a very, very neutral form that you guys have previously met before. No
Yeah.
specific traits, looks very neutral and standard issue.
You remember the form of the kind of safe boot mode Mark U Legion that you've now seen a couple of times, lying on the floor just on this side of that portal that's now closed to the Shadowfell, which is now just an empty threshold with no magic to it. And beside the Legion construct is a longsword that Thor had picked up. It has returned and been dropped by its side. Legion, you come to consciousness in this state.
Oh, I sit up. My orbs open. I look around at the people around me. Hello.
Oh my, it's you! Or the not you, or the not self. I don't know how.
Same not self every time. I forget. I wasn't here for the second not self.
I'm sorry. Who are you people and where am I?
Okay,
I
so
don't
it is
know.
a different not self every time. Is that the case? We have to reteach it every.
Thought it would remember. I really did. I'm quite surprised because Rosemary had a sense of consistent consciousness. Disappointing. Actually, that's rude. I shouldn't have said that out
Sorry,
loud.
we're being rude. Like his dad looks at Harold's glares. What do you think your name is?
I think the last thing I remember is Mark U. Maybe that's my name?
Don't know what
Mark
that is.
you?
That.
That is the word that is coming to me.
Let me just check my glossary in my big book of friendship. Disaster. And Arlie tries to see if the book has a glossary of terms in it.
Hell, you
She's
give me
never
a
looked for that.
give me a history check with advantage. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get. You said history check?
Yeah.
So you're not a divine being of any kind. Well, the little one looks it up.
I don't think so. Should I be?
Well, yes, you definitely should be. Yes. No, I don't like that we didn't get a god after I asked that Dragonborn. I'm not saying Dragonborn would necessarily lie, but we did ask it if it would screw with the construct, and it said no, and
Arlie, you're able to find that different. There, you can find in your magical book of many things evidence of different kind of iterations of the Legion construct as it was designed and built and like improved. So the Mark A, they use like what we would consider translating into our world as Roman alphabet. So Mark A, Mark B, Mark C. So the Mark U fits within that naming convention. But that's all you can find with your 12 history check. There's still little whispers of apologies going on in Draconic between a small rat and a large dragon. And through the stone, you hear a cudgel's voice going, what are you eating? Are you still there? Have you been eaten then? Oh dear, I mean, they did a great sacrifice. I hope we can...
hold position, close comms. Can I remember what the last time that we had did we get names from the Legion construct before when it didn't have have we heard marks before like this? Do we remember? I can't recall what
I
they.
don't remember. I don't remember Mark ever coming. I don't remember this numerical concept ever happening before.
So what I can tell you, because this is, I can tell you it's a little bit of, I guess, this is like a kind of in-game and out-of-game answer, is that the previous iterations of this version of the Legion that was just like in its safe boot mode was called Mark U.
Okay. We didn't ask it that. Maybe did it? I don't know. Did we? Okay, yeah. So you're Mark U, but you don't remember. All right, we broke it.
I
am broken.
No,
I am
no,
broken.
no, you're
We're
not.
just very rude. We're just very rude right now.
Oh.
Sorry. Well, we'll do better. We are doing better. So that's. Harley forgets all of her manners and background.
The last thing that you remember is just Mark U.
Yep.
Do you remember what purpose you were made for?
I don't know. I think I am trying to attempt repairs on myself. Maybe.
Yeah. If you're expending energy trying to repair yourself, you should stop trying to do that, because we know you're missing a gem, and we're currently trying to get the gem back.
Where is the gem? Will I die if I continue trying to repair myself?
Maybe I will. Maybe.
Legion, as you ask that, you find yourself drawn to looking at the arcane forge in the horizon, this massive ancient building rising out of a empty space within the old city. Something drawing your gaze and focus seems to be the answer of to that question: where is it? Where is that missing?
I slowly raise my arm and point towards that big tower. I think I'm supposed to go there.
Yes.
Are
John,
you also going there?
We are. We actually kind of got you this far. Oh, we shouldn't take credit. We shouldn't take all the credit.
No, you've been very helpful, but you. Oh God, it would be so much easier if you just remembered each instant, like this was some sort of. Do you see the gems? Do you see the gems? Have you looked at yourself yet?
Yes.
Somebody
I
needs
have
a
a lot of
montage.
colors.
Harley pulls out a USB stick of memory.
What these are for? Why you have them?
The gems?
Yes.
They look very pretty.
Yes.
I like them a lot.
Okay. Well, they house gods.
Oh. That seems very important.
Yes, you are probably the most important thing in the world.
Oh. What am I doing out here then? I should be protected. I should be somewhere safe.
You remember the thing was taken from you, and so now you are, or we're guiding. We're guiding. He looks to Arlie for.
Sorry, that Legion just asked if they were going to die, and I'm feeling morally compelled to answer them honestly. So unless you want that to happen, keep doing your best.
You don't.
You hear a little the clearing of a very small throat, and as you turn to look, standing on the edge of the tower, of this tall tower that you're on, 80 feet in the sky, the first rays of dawn start to pierce over the horizon, make backlighting and turning into silhouette the small rat form who says, "Death will not visit any of us today, but we yet have a journey to go. I believe if we ask nice, we may be able to get an assistance to the Grand Forge. And the little rat turns and looks up to the large red dragon, who sniffs out some hot steam from her nose, and she bows her head. For you, ma chère rat, anything. And the rumble almost shakes the stones as this dragon does as close to an approximation as a purr as one might be able to. And
my.
she lowers her head down, chin resting on the stone, and the little rat, Squeak Noir, hops up as gallivanting as always, his little cavalier attitude, getting onto one of its horns, hanging off like like a pirate off of their mask, saying, "Shall we go? We have one great last adventure ahead of us."
Which is to say we're dying later. Is that? It's really reassuring. One last. Anyway, let's go. Great. Fantastic. But
Harold is
Andrew
on the dragon before anyone can react at this point. Harold's going to take his move dash. He is up on the dragon and getting himself fully nuzzled in a comfortable spot. He needs no other encouragement.
Are we going through one of the portal things to get to the forge? Are we like dipping? No, we're
No, you're going to have to physically fly there.
Okay. But we're underground though, right?
No. You're on the top of a like 80-foot tower.
I thought the tower was underground. Okay.
It's all underground because it's been in shadow. There's been no like landscape. We might as well have been underground for like as far as our field of vision has been.
I thought. I thought.
Very underdarky until this particular moment.
Okay.
That is going to raise just sort of like one loud, just be like,
this is a red dragon, and Takesis, isn't she the goddess of all? Isn't she your goddess? Are you going to eat us?
I think at this point, this is when Aelric gets a nice arm onto your shoulder, Thad. It says, "My name is Tiamaticus. My name is of Takesis herself. That does not mean I must serve her."
fair point. Thad, feeling mollified and slightly speciesist, climbs aboard the dragon.
A red dragon.
Oh, also a house cat. Secret. No, that's not the right extrapolation. Never mind. Let's go.
All right. With equal measure confidence and absolute confusion, the party mounts the back of the red dragon. Aelric, able to fly himself, can fly alongside if he so chooses. He's able to keep up as long as he's basically if he dashes constantly dashes, he can kind of slightly lag behind Le Chat Rouge flying at full speed. But this is not a massive, huge dragon, and so his literal tonnage, might actually be enough to affect it. So Aelric chooses to fly alongside Le Chat Rouge. And into the sky you take with a beat of its mighty leathery wings. It takes like a half jump up and off. There's this... you feel, those of us who have stomachs, Legion, apologies, feel it rise up into your throat as you're weightless for a moment before the dragon's wings unfurl, catch the wind, and swoop you up now into the air, climbing steadily. You started at the top of this mountain, top of this tower, 80 feet, climbing up 100 feet, 200 feet, further 300 feet, 400 feet. You end up gliding at an altitude of about 600 feet over the sky. And
Couldn't Aelric draft off of the back of the dragon? You know what I mean? Like do this.
Hell yeah, yeah, totally.
Get a little. You know
yeah,
what I
like
mean?
a motorcyclist
not
behind a semi truck, right? Just catch that draft. So yeah, Elric kind of finds. He's like, oh, actually, this is way easier. I can keep up
easy
and
wind, clear
Yeah.
wind, and behind it, yeah. Nice.
or like someone. What is it? Like you can do like water skiing without a rope if you like catch the perfect wave behind a boat. Incredible. Yeah. So Elric flying in the wake of the red dragon as you climb up to 600 feet. And with that, I'd like everyone to just give me a perception check. All of our present company.
Did mine not?
Oh, there we go. Legion, with a natural 1 on your perception check.
I'm like staring down.
The world is a fascinating place, full of new and exciting things to see. There's so much. This is like a babe newly hatched into the world. There is every single thing is exciting and wonderful. There is nothing more exciting than anything else, and therefore all is worth seeing, and nothing is actually captured or processed. It's all just moving things going on. Sensory overload. Arlie, with the highest success there, with your 12, it is you who first see the figures on the horizon. 4 of them in the sky.
I heard with your success, 4 of them in the sky. I'm sorry, I was reading. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is you. You are the one who with your top perception check out of the group, you are the one who first sees the 4 figures in the sky in the distance between you and this arcane.
Oh, okay. So just
forge.
4 just figures, I guess.
Four,
was just
four,
So I don't know what they are.
4 figures in the distance. Yeah, in the sky.
Arlie is gonna turn to. I guess I'm picturing her somehow seated next to Harold because Harold climbed on super confidently, and she was like, "Harold must know how small people can ride the dragon." So she's just gonna be like, "Oh, can you see that? Is that? I can't." But she's gonna point. So I don't know if any of
give
our
him the help
flying
action.
friends.
I think you can give him the help action there. Harold rolls quite badly on that. He is grabbing onto the back, one of the massive, large spike scales on the back. He's straddled in between 2 of them. His tears just streaking out of his eyes. It's like really like the wind is whipping by, so everyone's kind of like getting a little wide-eyed. But Harold is like just kind of because of the wind, but also just tears flowing across his cheek. He is one hand in the sky, howling like a madman in ecstasy and excitement, not really paying attention to you pointing at some random thing in the distance.
Can I do? I mean, it feels like a bit of. I mean, I don't know how urgent this is. I could use sending to either let.
Well, you have your radios with everyone who's back at, like, all your allies.
We all have sending stones.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is a straight up like bogeys incoming kind of situation. I mean, I'm assuming she can at least, like, yeah. But she's Arlie, so she's not gonna be that. So she's gonna be like. What did we decide they were? Were they on? Were they? What did we decide?
Like Star
they
Trek,
were?
just kind of like a Star Trek activate.
Yeah, Vicovar sending is a 3rd level spell. It seems like a waste to use it just to count. But I was just like, you know, I mean, we'll find out. They'll see the bad guys eventually, you know. So, but yeah, we'll try the sending. So, but it'll just gonna be like, what's that up ahead? Just maybe not the most useful question.
Amazing. Yeah, but it's like, it's one of those, like, everyone in the helicopter with the things, and everyone's like, and then Arlie's, what's that up ahead? Everyone pulls forward. I'm going to let you, everyone roll one last perception check. This is going to be the DC 14. Mark, you, well done. Thad, the last time you were this close to a dragon, it exploded the airship you were on, and you almost died. It is a massive success that you are just holding your shit in, literally and figuratively, at this point.
I'm trying to rage, and again, I'm just so confused on why I can't.
Right, yeah, the old mechanic pre-death, back when you were still a wizard and barbarian.
I'm
With a
trying
20
to calm myself, but it's like trying to tend towards rage. It's just I'm combobulated.
totally combobulated.
It's completely.
Amazing. With a 22 and a 21, Legion and Arlie, you're able to, just like honing in on these figures, you're able to focus, and as they get closer, the two, you are moving closer to them, and you realize, almost too late, they are moving closer to you. These are not just birds in the sky. The sky is clear of birds. It is pre-dawn. This isn't when birds fly. These aren't birds. These are bigger. That's no moon. That's a space station. These figures in the sky also have large wings. There are multiple sizes of them, one larger surrounded by three smaller, kind of circling the larger one. And once you get into sight, as you realize what you see are mounted dragonelle, three of them, surrounding a central dragon itself, a red adult dragon that makes the one you're riding look young and small in comparison. With those 22s and 21s, I will even honor that you can see out of the three dragonelles surrounding this lead dragon, one of them seems to be a different a standout from the others. So it's with that 22 and 21, it seems like there are two kind of assisting dragonelle. There seems to be kind of a point rider, and then the main dragon. And as they close distance, starting to get to the point where something has to give, we are getting in within only a few hundred feet. Lindsay.
In the dying light, behind you, your attention focused on these riders that are coming in towards you. In the dying light, almost like sitting in the sunlight, like a streak flying through the air, comes this shadowy figure. And you feel arrows whizzing by your head as they fly towards your incoming assailants, seemingly insanely at so far a distance. Nobody should be launching arrows at this distance.
Cruise arrows.
Yeah, cruise arrows, exactly. And there's something in the back of your mind that seems that seems to remember this type of onslaught, but there's something particularly deadly about the arrows that are whizzing by your head. At first, you were afraid that they may be shooting at you, but yeah, we're going to, I guess we'll resolve these attacks, and then we'll continue this. Okay, so I am going to roll. I think this is going to work.
Who's the target? What's the target of these arrows?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it will be. You know what? It's going to be. Okay, so great. I like this. I like the. I'm just gonna. I didn't see the map yet, so.
So Bubo, you can place yourself wherever you'd like on this map, because you are coming in as an ambush attack. I'm going to ask everyone else to roll initiative. Bubo is going to start at the top of this initiative in round 1.
Okay. I'm forgetting how to.
And
Guys,
I will
you're gonna have
give some.
Guys, you're gonna have to remind me how to like pan the map here.
Is it right click?
Right click and drag.
What is right? I don't have a right click. I have a pad.
That I can't help you with.
You also need to select the little, what's it like? It's like a little square. Am I describing that right? It's like you've got the little person icon and then there's a square next to it. And you have to have the square selected. Otherwise your little clicking won't do anything.
I'm just going to see like how far are we looking at here? Oh, 180 feet. It doesn't matter. No, I'm just going to be right over you guys. You know what I mean? Like
Cool.
The end of my turn is going to resolve like immediately over you guys. Okay. So, so I am casting Hunter's Mark on myself as well before all of this begins. So the first attack was 23.
Which is your target again?
The target will be the. Just can't see. Can't see them.
So I have a little like I have the rider kind of on top of their mounts. Just they're technically filling the space of the mount, but it gets
Right.
covered. So I just have them on top just to.
So the mount that the middle rider on is a larger dragon mount, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack that. I'm gonna attack the ride. You know, we're pretty high up in the air. You take out the legs. It's a pretty long fall. So
Cool.
I'm gonna attack that. The first, like I said, the first attack is gonna be a 23. Did I roll? Oh, I rolled a 2 and a 6. I guess the second one didn't hit.
On the
Second
rider, so
one.
it's 18. So the 23 would hit.
The 23 will hit, yeah. And then, wow, the other two did not hit. Okay. All right. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to use Tides of Chaos, and I'm going to re-roll the last one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I can't have 2 out of the 3 not resolving. Oh my God, that didn't work either. Okay, I'm rolling poorly. Doesn't matter. Still, one of the attacks will be 1, 2, 3d6, 1d8, and then 2d8s. Is that it? 3d6, 2d8. That'll be 25 plus 10 plus 18.
Jesus.
8.
I forgot Boobo.
That's 26. So that's 26, 36, 25, and 36. That's 50, 61? 61 damage.
61 damage.
Yeah, only one of the arrows is hit, and it's 61 damage on the dragon.
Rider.
It's not the rider, but the
Oh,
dragon.
the dragon
Sorry.
itself.
Yeah, the dragon taking out the legs. Yeah.
Got you. Let me make that adjustment there. 61 damage. Crazy.
You know what? I am going to use my bone. Actually, no. Hunter's Mark is a bonus action, so that's it. That's my movement and everything. I'm just passing it on.
Crazy.
And then, so as these arrows fly by you, it is a long distance, so 2 of them miss, but you do see the dragon off in the distance, the lead dragon, getting hit in the neck, and with like undue, like, you know, one arrow shouldn't be doing this much damage. Just really like you just see kind of blood spatter. Even at this distance, you can see the blood spattering out of the neck of this thing, and like you know, you're in whatever state that you guys are in. You decide how you feel. You're kind of confused, and then you just see Boobo gliding in right beside Elric, gives Elric a little bit of a wink, and then as you look back to him, Bubo just kind of like does one of these kind of things, like, "What's up?" and then just kind of catches the draft and moves upwards to be about maybe 30 feet over the dragon, right above you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So you all, as you spot this, you're all distracted by the oncoming threat. A few cruise arrows come right past you. Two of them, one of them just misses over the distance and an evasive maneuver by the rider. Second one clinking harmlessly off of the thick scales of this dragon, and a third one finding its way underneath some of the overlapping scales in its neck. It shakes and screams as a hot gas and smoke comes out of its mouth. You are now you've been spotted, but now it's personal. And it's Bubo! Bubo's back! Everyone sees Bubo coming back. Give a little, was it Star Fox kind of entrance? The Eagle guy? Kind of like, how we doing, team? Get a little Maverick going in, do a barrel roll, and then pull himself up. We are mid-flight. We are moving fast. Bubo finished his first action, so we are on to Thaddeus for the second action of this round 1.
Where is our ride in terms? Because we're all up in the sky, so I'm assuming that the only time that we can have any movement is when the Cat Rouge moves. Correct?
Yeah. So technically, the ride or the Squeak Noir is kind of controlling, or like he's the rider. But we can. But this Chat Rouge has the ability to move. I'm going to roll her initiative so that we have a clear order. Let's see where she's going to go. Rolled pretty low, 18 there. So she is moving in a straight line at this point. Just moving forward, but you can ask to move in other positions. But yes, basically you are at this point 600 feet above the ground. If you leave the dragon's back, you have to find some way to not fall.
Joke's on you, got to fall. I can't really do anything because of distance.
You can ready an action. So you could ready an action with a trigger, and that would be your action. But it costs an action to ready an action.
Are these clouds real clouds? Should we think of these as the ability? Can we take cover in said clouds?
I'd say I'll give you the ability to try to roll stealth to honor the map.
Already got mage armor up. Can't really do anything. On the fancy looking one, which at this distance, how far are we away? Can I make out I was at the last Red Rider fight. At 170 feet, can I pick out that that's the Red Rider armor on the other side of the engagement zone?
The Red Ruin? Yeah, I think so. At this point, like, both Legion and Arlie were able to spot that there was this standout rider, and I'll say that they definitely have, it seems like they've relayed that most likely. And so you can, with the glint of the armor at that distance. Yeah.
Thad shouts out, "Bubo, we were just on to rescue you!" And then he readies an action to cast magic missile at second level at Red Ruin once they are in my combat distance, which is once they're in 120 feet.
120 feet, which is, this is 120 feet. Cool. So once you are within 120 feet, I have that centered on you right now on the map. Incredible. Any bonus action for you? All right, that's your
Yeah.
prepped action. Remind me if something occurs. Okay, with that, we are going to go to this Dragonelle's action, which is going to be there. This Dragonelle is able to close distance to here. And Red Ruin as well is going to close distance to here. This is going to be another 60. It's going to be to there. So the first Dragonelle has the first Dragonelle rider. This is Dragon Army officer riding one of the Dragonelle. Dashes with their Dragonelle closing distance. It is within 120 feet, but you are not necessarily looking out for. You haven't readied your action for that. It is going to take a ranged heavy crossbow attack at the dragon that you're all riding. And it rolls a 19, which does hit. So the Chat Rouge takes a heavy crossbow bolt into that just pierces right through one of its wings, leaving a small tear. And she shakes her head a little bit, quite upset, but otherwise seems not too badly hurt. Red Ruin is that's going to be that Dragon Army officer's turn. Red Ruin, with their turn, is also going to close distance. With the dash, they're able to get within 60, which is going to prompt your readied action, Thad.
So as they like the second that they breach as they're flying forward, from the top of my staff, these like 4 little balls of light, kind of like a crew, like they kind of look like those little scrambler missiles in video games. Like they don't have any when they pop out of the end of my staff. They're just sort of these like tumbling 4 orbs or tiny little things of light, and then all of a sudden they like lock on to the thing, and then they just go like make the shortest, straightest line. And as Red Ruin is flying forward, the velocity doesn't add anything, but I deal a total of 8 damage to them.
8 sweet damage. Nice. Fully just Red Ruin lifts one of her fully like heavy armored
Pardon, it's not 8 damage. I only did +1. It should be +4 for all of them. So add another 3. It's 11 damage.
Amazing. Thank you.
It should be. I just plugged it in wrong. It should be +1.
Cool. So she has a lance in hand, raises her offhand gauntlets to cover her face, and they just come in, hit and explode off of the armor, and just you get that kind of awesome anime smoke that then clears as she rides through it. A little bit of scarring on the armor, but she seems pretty fine, and is closed distance. She is now going to be, let me make sure I pull up the right thing here, will be, do I have, should be firing her crossbow bolt. This is going to be also at this is going to be a Thad who just tried to attack. So this is a crossbow bolt that fires directly at you, Thad. I am going to need I have a 20-foot, so that is actually, ooh, does that include, Bubo has pulled up above, so I'm going to need everyone except Bubo to roll a dexterity saving throw as she fires this crossbow bolt.
That's wrong. That was wrong.
That travels towards Thad and on impact explodes. The explosion detonates in a 20-foot radius. That'll capture every single person around, except for Bubo, who had pulled out and above that. And so I need a dexterity saving throw for everyone. It'll be a DC 15. So Thad passes, Legion passes. If you pass the DC 15, you will take plus 18 damage. 36 halved. So 18 damage if you pass the saving throw. That is fire damage. If you fail the saving throw, that is going to be 36 fire damage. I'm going to roll for our Chat Rouge. Actually, the Chat Rouge is a red dragon, and so immune to fire damage. So the Chat Rouge actually is totally unscathed. Let me pull up Harold. I think Harold will need to roll this. Harold also has evasion, so I think he doesn't take any damage passing that. Aelric, I will roll for Aelric. Aelric fails the saving throw. So if Aelric wants to, I believe he can use his chromatic infusion, or what is it called? Chromatic resistance, to give him resistance to this damage if he chooses. He has 3 uses that he can still use.
I would do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so that's one of his reactive resistances, which halves 36 down to 18 damage. So Aelric's going to take 18 damage of fire. Arlie, did you pass the saving throw? I didn't see the roll. Mark, I saw you passed it.
Sorry. Which? The dexterity? What do you want?
Yeah, dexterity.
That's
Oh, I'm also going to need Squeak Noir and Library Cat to roll. With a 7, Arlie, that is a fail. So that is going to be 36 fire damage unless you're able to do something.
I'm able to accept 36 fire damage.
Okay.
What I can do about that. I'll roll. I'm just trying to figure out what to roll for Library Cat, just because it looks a bit.
It's going to be a dex save. I'm going to do it right here.
You can do it? Okay. Oh, there's the dex.
So Library Cat rolled a 12.
Oh, sorry.
You're rolling it again?
Sorry. No, I didn't mean. No, I'm on a delay. Me and the computer.
Okay.
It's your roll. Your roll.
Okay, I'm going to roll for Library Cat. Library Cat failed their dex save, but they are lucky. They're going to burn 1 luck point. Natural 1, 2 luck points, 13, 3 luck points, 9.
Oh.
That is all of their luck points burnt.
Library Cat just died.
Can I?
As far as I know,
What
that
did
thing has
what
the
did-
HP of the cat, which is like 2.
So there's nothing. I want to get. I don't have a. How do I have a reaction? How do I save Library Cat as react? Whatever, it's fine.
Well,
I catch their burnt, crispy body and put it in my bag
Oh,
for later. I don't know.
so they have evasion, which means they take half damage, and then they have uncanny dodge. They take a second half, so that's 18 halved to 4 plus 5 is
It wouldn't
9
matter.
damage, and they have 2 hit points.
2 hit points. It wouldn't matter. I could cast Sanctuary on them. It's the only thing I could do, but I can't do it now. So the end.
Sanctuary also doesn't stop damage in an area of effect.
Really?
It means
Oh,
they can't
damn.
be targeted, but it's an area of effect because it's an explosive.
Blame Baldur's Gate 1 for teaching me falsely. Okay.
Library
so-
Cat falls off the back of
No!
the dragon.
Give me a reaction. God damn it.
As Arlie tries to dive off after, I grab Arlie by.
So this is where someone can, in their next turn before the end of the round, there is on anyone's next turn they can try to dive after and catch Library Cat mid-air. Library Cat is unconscious and falling.
I have Featherfall if you really care about this. I can dive after the cat.
I really think Library Cat is like holds some sort of divine piece of the puzzle in Koi's world.
No, I tried to kill Library Cat one time, and Legion was very adamant that I don't do that.
So yeah, if you if
Squeak
you
Noir-
cast Feather.
Squeak Noir does succeed on their saving throw, and so they get through. Squeak Noir's very hurt still, but Squeak Noir passes. But sorry, I just wanted to get that through. Library Cat's falling.
I got Library Cat. Don't even worry about it. I got Library Cat.
We got you. You're fine. We got 2 flyers.
Yeah.
Got 2 flyers.
If we have,
no jokes,
otherwise,
no jokes.
it would be Featherfall on me, and I Misty Step to Library Cat and catch them, and then we just fall out of the combat.
So so as Red Ruin comes within range, Thad has prepared his magic missiles, these 4 beads of light that are swirling almost in chaotic random order. Once within range, once their target is within range, they fire at the shortest possible distance. Red Ruin lifts up a gauntleted arm. The 4 hits, smoke expels, and she rides through with just a little tinging on her arm. She raises She raises her hand with a explosive bolt in her crossbow, fires it straight back at Thad. Thad has barely a moment to go. Income, boom! And all of you riding on the dragon, engulfed in a bit of flame. You're all moving, so you all fly out of the explosion. Everyone a little hurt, except one scorched little cat begins falling. Arlie takes a rush to go to the edge. Thad grabs her to stop her from going over the edge, and we are at Legion's turn.
I look at the cat falling, and I look at how distraught everybody seems to be about this cat falling. And I assume because the turns are so fast that the cat has not fallen out of my range.
Definitely. So everyone is able to make a turn. The cat will hit the ground at the bottom of this round, like initiative 0.
Cast Dimension Door on the cat and try and teleport the cat back next to us.
Amazing. Explain how that works. Is there a roll involved? Or is it just kind of like Portal?
Space. It is just a portal.
Dude, Dimension Door. It
has to be. Well, the only thing is that it has to be a willing creature, but I assume. Like,
I think at this point we can call it willing.
Probably, but I assume it's willing.
Amazing.
It's willing like this.
Yeah, please, don't make me die.
I just kind of raise my arm towards it. I shake it a little. It makes a little bit of a jingle chiming sound.
Okay.
As I'm casting Dimension Door towards the cat.
Wonderful. You reach down towards the falling cat, shake your arm a little bit. There's like a little chiming jingle from your arm, and the cat just disappears and then falls into your hand, into that same hand that was open. You just turn your palm up, and this sad, smoking feline just falls from like Portal into your hand.
Accidentally selected the wrong thing on the map. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Okay. But
love it. But you've saved Library Cat. It's unconscious and oh, wait a minute. It had 2 hit points. It took 8 damage. That's more than it's sort of officially.
I didn't want to bring this up, but technically that was a
mortal blow.
As a mortal blow, but you are the DM and Library Cat might be magical, so I wasn't going to bring it up.
All right. Well, until anyone can do anything about it, Library Cat looks rough if alive. Let's put it that way.
Tell me about the. So it's like, is it like I'm stuck in 3.5 still forever? Below -10 and you're doomed and you're done?
No.
If something deals twice your maximum hit points to you, it's an insta kill. You don't get to do any death saving throws. It's normally something that you have to worry about more when like you have 8 HP at first level. Like I don't think anything is gonna do 106 damage to me in one blow. But if something were to do 106 damage to me in one blow, I would be gone.
Right. So
I'm not. Okay.
So whatever damage, like what you take all the damage that you were received down to your 0 hit points. Whatever damage remains, if that remaining damage exceeds your hit point maximum, then it's an instant death.
Well, Revivify will work if I use it within a minute, but it's not something that I want to use right now. I'm gonna wait out the 6 seconds. I'm gonna wait as long as I can.
For sure. Yeah. But you have it ready to go. Awesome.
regardless of the
Legion, you
feedback.
still have, I think, a bonus action. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, maybe yes. I think. Sorry, just a second. Just checking if Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action. Yes, it is. Then I point towards Arlie, one of the 2 people who spoke to me a lot, and I cast Bardic. I shake my hand a little. It jingles, chimes again, and I cast Bardic Inspiration, and you get an extra 1d8 die. And
Nice.
because
Merci
of-
beaucoup.
this is for later, but if ever it fails due to my unfailing inspiration feat, you get to keep that die until you succeed.
Nice. Yeah. High level bards. So you basically have 1d8 until it succeeds in what you want it to do. Amazing. That's great. Cool. Anything else for you, Legion?
That is it. Then I just remain impassive and watch everything happening.
Love it. It is going to be our like Le Chat Noir or Le Dragon Chat Rouge, I should say. I always say noir because it's Squeak Noir. It is their turn. They are going to move and dash their full distance, unless anyone wants to shout words of encouragement in terms of how they want the dragon to move. They can move 80. They fly 80, so they can go a total of 160 this turn, which would take
I
them
don't think
quite
we
far.
should go 180 feet closer to the adult red dragon. I think that we should make that thing come to us. Is that crazy? The breath weapon can probably hit us anyway. Like
Is
we got.
Harold is here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Harold's here. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, for Harold and for me to activate sneak attack, being adjacent to somebody is a thing. I'm not saying you need. I don't need this, but I'm just saying options here.
You could totally close distance and like get into a kind of aerial melee with any of these dragons that are in range.
No, I'm saying an ally needs to be within. It needs to be in melee range for Harold's sneak attack to be activated, and mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a reason to not go all the way over there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Like, is there a reason why we don't just kill the guys in front of us?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like just like ramming into red. How
Red
do we
Ruin?
all feel? Just going in, talons
Ramming
up
speed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, cool.
You're up for that. Going in.
Mark, yeah, I mean, look, I know I'm a mage, but I'm kind of a close combat mage.
Yeah, sure, do it. Yeah, I'm cool.
Awesome.
I'm cool with whatever. Yeah.
All
I don't know what your styles are.
Mark, you, what do you think? Okay, yeah, we're doing it. Let's do it.
So we're just going to close distance. So the Chat Rouge, now Dragon Rouge, is just going to close distance on Red Ruin and her mount, and the two of them are just going to lock up. That is close enough that she can actually take an action, and she is going to bite and claw at Red Ruin's mount.
Yeah. Drop the mount.
So I am going
Drop
to
Drop that. Man.
just do this. So it's one bite and 2 claws.
I'm sorry. You keep talking about Red Ruin. I'm sorry. I feel like I missed a step. Red Ruin is the rider on this mount that you're talking about right now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she seems to be the leader.
Well, probably the thing flying on the red dragon is, but we have in a previous combat killed a red ruin.
Okay, Red Ruin is a class.
We turned Red Ruin into a proper character, into a Dread Pirate Roberts.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
Red
I
Ruin
like
is like a title. Yeah.
that. Okay, so he's a class kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. Because you keep saying it. It feels like it's important, and I'm like, why didn't I just attack Red Ruin?
It's the sub-lieutenant, but if we can drop the mount, Red Ruin can't fly, so,
Word.
good for the other dragon.
Come on, activate.
Awesome. So the Le Chat Rouge comes and tries to attack at the Mount of Red Ruin, but Red Ruin is a master, a mounted combat master, and so is able to redirect these attacks onto themselves. The bite and 2 claw attacks, Red Ruin is able to get their lance in between and prevent those attacks from attacking their mount, but in the process receives a strong claw themselves over one of their shoulders, taking 15 points of slashing damage from Le Chat Rouge. And that is going to be our cat's turn, which brings us to the mount of the larger dragon in tow. Which is going to close distance, and as it does so, I'm going to need everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw as the frightful presence of this adult red dragon gets within 120 feet.
Remember,
wait a minute.
whoever has an inspiration die.
Oh, do I have an inspiration die, right? So I can add 8 or a 1d8?
Oh no. Okay.
If you have an inspiration die, you can re-roll d20.
Is this even coming up in the chat?
Yeah.
I feel like my rolls aren't coming up in the chat.
See the 14.
Wisdom saving throw 14. Yeah. Okay. Good.
So the wisdom saving throw for the frightful presence is 19. So if
man.
you have a 19 or over, then you are not frightened. If it's under, so an 18 or below is going to be a frightened condition, which you can repeat at the end of your turns. Frightened just means that you are you cannot move closer to the source of fear, and you will have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within your line of sight. For everyone who fails their wisdom saving throw, DC 19. So Mark, you Legion passes with a 21. Bubo with a 14 will fail. Arlie with a 14 will fail.
Okay, so-
Thad with a 10. But if you have inspiration, you can re-roll if you choose.
So I have my Tides of Chaos that reactivates every time I cast a spell, and I roll the d20. I rolled the d20 earlier because I casted Hunter's Mark. I didn't get a 1, so it didn't give me my. You remember that whole sorcerer blah blah blah. I have to actually find that roll to make sure that counts for my next one. But I'm going to use the Tides of Chaos to re-roll this.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to save this again.
I have advantage on. I have a thing called Fearless. It's part of my
Oh yeah.
features and traits.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm just gonna roll.
Yeah, roll it again.
This is impossible. Yeah, no, that was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I mean, a 19. Get out of here. 22. Good job.
Gosh, chat gave Bubo advantage.
Chat gave Bubo
What's that?
advantage.
Yeah.
Hey!
Jack gave
Bubo just got it. The
Okay.
gods have spoken, Bubo. You get advantage.
Okay, so I guess I've already rolled a shitty 9. So let me see if I can. Thank you guys. It's a pretty low dry here. Let me see. 14 plus 3. No, that only takes me to 17, guys. I love you. I love you. I love
17?
you. Yeah, 17.
Bubo, Squeak Noir yells out to you and says, Bubo, it is good to have you fighting by our side. Remember, together we are unstoppable. And he's going to give you his leadership dice. Please roll 1d4 and add it to your saving throw result.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Thanks, guys. Wow, lots of help. Bubo's welcome, warm welcome.
The
Thank you.
true
guys.
meaning of the help action.
Incredible.
Hey!
So who is frightened at this point? That's Thad. Harold failed his saving throw. Arlie, you passed, I believe. Yeah.
22.
Arlie passed. Mark passed, and Le Chat Rouge is immune to that draconic frightening presence because it's a dragon itself. Incredible. Also, Aelric also failed his saving throw there.
Yeah, he did. Not the only coward here. Yeah.
Amazing. Let's see what our distance is on this. I just want to see 60 feet. I don't think. Okay, I think.
Actually, sorry, I
yeah.
was just looking something up.
Mhm.
I actually have counter charm as a reaction,
Okay, what is that?
and if me or a creature within 30 feet fails a saving throw against something that applies charmed or frightened,
Yeah.
I can take a reaction and cause the save to be rerolled with advantage.
So everyone who
Okay.
failed re-rolls with advantage as well. Wow.
This is insane. I am
Yeah.
so sorry. It took me so long
Elric.
to find this.
No, this is
No,
awesome.
that's awesome. Elric.
One is a
Save
win
Elric, too.
throw, so we're probably we did it.
Did Elric win? Oh, Thad did it. Nice.
Who's rolling for Elric?
Here, I'll roll for Elric. What's his
His wisdom is +0.
+0? Okay, so he failed.
But he rolls with
got-
advantage. Okay, yeah, so his...
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
7.
So
7 is
Elric
his
still
best.
fails. Harold still fails, unfortunately. But Thad succeeds, yeah? So Thad is not counter charm.
All right, well,
Nice.
that's good.
Okay, that's still, yeah,
So
big steps.
It's the
Big
people. It's the
steps.
people in safe mode. It's the safe mode people that are not. They're playing it too safe.
Amazing. And the lead dragon here is actually going to pace around this way to start flanking, providing some distance, doing some maneuvering instead of closing distance. So maintaining, I think they are still, about 80 feet away from all of you. So just outside of standard range. That is going to be... I think, Bubo, you with the highest passive perception, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. You have a crazy... Whoa. You have
Yeah.
a crazy high passive perception. 17. Bubo, you can see like a shining glimmer from the right eye of the dragon rider. There seems to be a glimmer of some sort of magic coming from its eye. This rider sees not with banal vision, but something assisted. Almost like fire in its eye socket. And with that, we are going to go to Harold Gray's turn, followed by Arlie.
Can Harold make a range, like, considering that this dragon is big, can Harold, like, pop out and take his
So at
use
this
his
point,
bow?
everyone could take melee attacks against the Red Ruin, if they choose, or Harold could attack with a bow to any other creature as well. but you are all like at the moment you're all in melee range with Red Ruin.
All right. So, and Harold has 2-weapon fighting, actually, right?
He does, yeah.
Well, then I
He's
think
going
that
to. He won't get advantage because he's frightened right now, but it will take out. It will. He will roll flat because he would normally get advantage because everyone is surrounding, so there's like flanking going on.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, then I think that do I have a better spell? Oh, yeah. I'm going to actually, instead of doing combat stuff, Harold is going to look over at the space in between the dragon where the 2 other riders are, the big dragon and there, and he's going to cast Fog Cloud in between, like sort of engulfing them in a space so they can't take pot shots through us. Like I'm gonna put up some fog clouding, a 20-foot sphere of fog centered on a point. It counts heavily obscured, and it lasts.
I think you can just cover both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before I do this, how windy is it up here, Koi? I'm reading the spell properly.
Will I still be able to see them? I got a spell that depends on being able to see them.
I'm just gonna attack. I'm not gonna be fancy.
Okay.
Harold's gonna come in and make an attack at first with his short sword.
Okay.
Did that roll? Oh, plus
This will be
7.
standard. These will just be flat rolls.
Yeah. So this is plus 7. Sorry. 6 plus 7. Does a 11? No. 13 hit.
13 does not hit.
All right, and then coming in now with the dagger.
That poison dagger.
Oh, it's poisoned? That's not on the
believe-
character.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I believe
I-
it has that fancy poison dagger.
You sent a link to the D&D Beyond sheet, and actually, who knows when that inventory was last
Right.
updated.
Yeah, Harold always had that really good poison dagger.
Yeah,
that sweet,
24
sweet
with
poison dagger.
the poison dagger.
24 is a definite hit. Yeah. So that poison dagger is going to do 2d6 poison plus 1d4 piercing.
Plus 4 piercing. All right. 2d6.
So 2d6 plus 1d4 plus 4.
Plus his sneak
bad.
attack.
No, sneak attack.
attack's-
No,
because he's frightened.
Oh, he's frightened.
Weird.
Yeah, he failed. He
Right.
he even used a luck point. He failed a lot of rolls on that.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
2d6, Koi. I heard. You're not lying. 2d6.
2d6 plus 1d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
It's a very, very, very scary dagger.
But I only roll a 9 with it.
Only roll a 9. Oh,
Because I rolled a 1 on the d4 and a 1 on the d6.
Oh, no.
He's,
Oh, no.
he's 9 total.
All right, Harold is able to like scramble across these 2 dragons just in mid aerial combat. One attack with his main weapon deflected, but is able to sneak in just the tip of that poison blade, scraping on the underside of the bicep there of the Red Ruin. And that's going to be Harold's turn, leading us. Amazing. Yeah. Any bonus action for Harold?
No.
Cool. Juniper.
I didn't realize I wasn't on mute that whole time. Okay. So enjoy my heavy breathing, chat. Okay. So I am going to. So where's Library Cat? Library Cat was dimension doored
Into Legion's arms.
into Legion's arms. So Arlie is like furious in a way Arlie rarely ever is. Because normally everything's acceptable in the multiverse. But now she's real pissed. So she's going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter at the rider. The spell calls hilariously for the spell. Sorry.
Claire.
Yes. What?
The dragons, I believe, can understand speech, so Tasha's hideous laughter will work. Tasha's hideous laughter, I believe, drops a movement speed
Yep.
down to 0. They'll so do it for the rider.
drops
Do it for the
them
dragon.
prone.
So
Cool,
if you're a
the
rider, I looked this
prone.
up. So if you go prone or your movement 0 and you're flying, you start falling. If you are a rider, and you have the prone condition, you fall off.
Oh.
That's
So,
what the
good.
prone condition does to riders.
I was gonna take the rider off.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Then I would hit the rider. Then
Yeah, it's a cooler move. It's a very much cooler move.
Oh, Dragon L doesn't understand your stupid insult. Then yeah.
Or I can speak Draconic, so theoretically I could insult them in ye olden verse. But
I love it.
but I am gonna go for the rider because the rider's been absorbing the damage for the Dragonel, and I'm also mad at the rider. So the spell components are a tart and a feather. So Arlie is going to like aggressively pull out a tiny pie.
It's like, I?
I don't know what a tart is, but I'm choosing to use a pie. Just
Love
little
it.
tiny, pre-prepared. She does her little baking ritual.
Yeah, sour cherry, just ready to go.
And with a tiny feather, just be like, for that pretty cat. And she puts the feather in the pie, and now they have to do a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save. Incredible. And can anyone make this harder for them?
I wish, because I'm pretty sure they're really good. So,
Well,
So,
what's the DC on this?
16.
That's not bad. That's not
With
bad.
a plus
DC.
2, Red Ruin with a plus
Oh.
2 rolls a 5.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, plus 2.
Disadvantage from chat.
Disadvantage. Oh, the gods have spoken. Got disadvantage. Let's see if they can get worse than 5.
How is their DC 19, but their disadvantage? Oh, sorry,
Amazing.
anyway.
So Red Ruin fails by rolling a 7. What? And that, so that is Tasha's hideous laughter, which means they start laughing, they go prone, which means as a mounted. So Harold comes in. The two dragons are locked in, like cats fighting. If you've ever seen cats, just like kind of this ball of like fur and claws. These are these two dragons in the air. All of you just holding on at this point. Harold rushing over one of the rings, wings slashing at Red Ruin, stabbing just the little tip to get a slice of Red Ruin under the arm. Arlie with the feather in a pie. Boom! And Red Ruin kind of turns. Yeah, butter tart. Red Ruin turns to Harold and like rubs her arm and goes, and just loses her footing, still holding her massive lance, and tumbles off of her mounted Dragonelle, and she is now free falling. Red Ruin down 600 feet. Well done.
Sweet.
Incredible. She has to be caught before the end of this round, or
Or it's not a good time.
And
yep,
for my next
or it's not a
trick,
good time.
Yeah, exactly.
2 Red Riders or Red Ruins we've now.
Second Red Ruin. Yeah, that's true.
You know what it is? It's actually the end of Batman 1 where the Joker's like falling up.
Right.
He's got that like laugh box in his pocket, you know?
Oh, I love you really used your rolling chair to maximum
rolling chair,
effect
you like-
there, Linz. That
Yeah,
was a very good
yeah,
effect.
yeah.
Just the falling backwards.
So for my bonus action, I actually am then going to taunt the dragon that it was riding.
Oh,
Interesting.
Nice.
So I feel like
So it doesn't go get him.
I want him. So taunt actually only makes it so that they get disadvantage on attacking anyone other than me. But I would like narratively for it to sort of.
Yeah.
Harley's idea is that like she's like focus on me now.
Yeah.
Like that's the idea.
Well
And then somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I knew chat would bring in a taunt. What is it? We've got bring it. What do we have? So is that Eric? Or is that D2?
that's Eric.
Anyway,
D to the pool.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, she's gonna say bring it big, toothy, tall, and ugly. Right at the
Amazing.
So that-
Is there a role for them, or is it? Yeah.
yes, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. So the Dragonel's going to roll a wisdom saving throw. It rolls an 8. So I assume that's a failure.
16. 16 to
Amazing.
pass.
So it is taunted. You have taunted. I don't know what I can do.
I guess
terms
in
of-
Draconic. So I said, "Do bringeth the battle to me, and only unto me. Thou
Yeah.
biggest, long in the mouth, jowl." Anyway, you get the idea.
I love it.
Vicavar's got a good one. He's thou unmuzzled, ill-natured maltworm.
Oh, that's really good. Oh yes, I see that now.
Maltworm. So mean. Incredible. So as Red Ruin falls off, the Dragonel, very well trained Dragonel, is would totally notice its rider falling off, except that the Kender is like, here, eyes here, big boy, and Dragonel just in the middle of the air, and it is locked on you, Arlie. Incredible turn. As Red Ruin is incredible! What a crazy turn. Is that going to be your whole turn there, Arlie?
That's the whole. That's everything. I mean, movement's kind of moot. So yeah.
No more, please stop! It's already dead. Incredible. This other Dragonel, the rear soldier is going to come dashing in, but it is too far away to reach Red Ruin. It is not close enough. It is going to make a dash and try to close the distance, though, to aid their squadron leader here, and fire a heavy crossbow just into Le Chat Rouge, which is going to just clatter harmlessly off Le Chat Rouge's armor. That is going to be that Dragon Army officer. Flying behind Le Chat Rouge, scared. I mean, I think Aelric has enough self-confidence that he doesn't hide when he's scared, if that makes sense. You know, I think some soldiers with lesser confidence would pretend they're not scared or try to falsify their feelings. I think Aelric has enough security in himself that he is able to express the fear that he got from failing all those saving throws with the frightful presence. So he is in back there. It is his turn. He can do whatever he wants. He just can't close distance with the red dragon to the north there.
He can give a full action, right? Or can he only have somebody else? How does that? Hold on, I'm pulling up his.
What's his? Doesn't he have a fucking yell like a motherfucker? Can he do one of those things to make everybody scared of him?
He has his own kind of ferocious yell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
I think, unfortunately.
Okay, I was going to ask what the range was on that. If it's like 60 feet, or I don't know what the range is.
Pull this.
I think that we're gonna use a superiority die to have Le Chat Rouge make a attack on the Dragonel.
Okay, cool.
Do we all consensus like this
You
idea?
he could also give it to anyone else, to be fair, right?
I feel like the big red dragon that's like currently locked in aerial combat would probably be like I can hit it. I mean, Bubo, do you think your arrows are gonna do more than
1d8 plus 2d6 is what I've got. That's just the offering what and that's
plus the superiority, which is another d8.
Yeah, and then I would get sharpshooter on that too. So it could potentially be devastating.
Yeah, you know what? I think that since we have that dragon all locked up, Arlic is gonna give Bubo
Cool.
a free attack on
Amazing.
something
With his commanding
narrative.
strike.
Narratively, that's pretty cool.
You are using your reaction, just so you know. I think that it doesn't really matter because I think it's only Squeak Noir and then you again.
Okay. So I'm doing
Correct.
one attack. Just a straight up attack.
Yeah,
Oh, I
against a
missed.
target of your choice.
Yeah. Whichever trait. Yeah.
Okay.
I missed.
Ah,
All right,
well,
that's going to be that. That's the bonus action though. So Aelric still gets an action because that was just a bonus action. The Commander Strike. The Dragon Fear has a range of 30 feet.
no, he would have to get closer.
Sorry about that.
Hey, no, don't be. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
This is just like a maul, like this crazy mid-air. These dragons holding each other and clawing at each other, screeching, and this is like a dog and a cat fighting because the red dragon is large. The dragonels look big; they're about the size of like a large horse, plus wings. But then this red dragon that is Le Chat Rouge is a step larger than even that. It's like a horse
what,
and an
dude?
elephant fighting.
Just to make it maybe possibly good, I'm going to use my inspiration point and
Reroll that?
Yeah, re-roll it.
Hell
I'm just
yeah.
gonna try it. I'm going to try again. I'm going to see what happens.
Sure.
Come on. All right, 15 plus 5, that's 20. 20 hits, right?
Yeah, on the Dragonel, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Dragonel. I guess I didn't call it. So yeah, I guess we're gonna say the Dragonel. This is the Dragonel right in front, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did I say? 2d6 for sneak attack, 1d8 for my thing. I don't have Hunter's Mark because I haven't moved it to him.
And an additional
then
1d8 for the superiority dice.
1d8 for the superiority dice, and my dex is +4. And then this is going to be +10. So there you go, 25 damage.
25 damage. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. Solid hit, like right in that shoulder where the wing attaches into some flesh. You can see the wing shudder through the leathery wings as it feels, and as it moves now, it's more stiff and difficult. This is a significant blow. Aelric is moving back, creating some more space. And will he use an action?
No.
Okay, he's not going to use an action. He could also hold an action if he wants. He could spend an action to hold an action.
Does he have a bow?
What does he have he has a light crossbow.
He's gonna move back, and if either of the two other dragon riders make a move in, he's gonna shoot at them.
Okay, like the first one.
The first one that closes more distance is gonna get a pot shot once they're in the
Like a normal
regular
range,
fire. Yeah.
which will be 80 feet. So they're both there right now. So just whichever one moves first.
Yeah, whichever one moves first.
Cool.
Because he's being tactical. He's not afraid. He's being tactical.
Love it. Love it.
You can also make a save now.
Oh, and
True.
then wisdom save.
Come on. Get out the air and get out.
11. So still afeared.
Plus
Still
0.
afeared.
So it's
Plus 0.
Yeah, the old +0.
Squeakmar is going to, with his broken rapier, remember he broke it with a critical failure against Le Chat Rouge. I'm just going to make 2 quick attacks before we go to break against. So that is 6 damage with the first, and
Come on.
the second one misses. So Squignoir is able to get another 6 piercing damage against that Dragonel that is in melee with everyone. That is going to be the end of the round, which means I roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 d6 as Red Ruin hits the ground and takes 74 damage. 74
Doesn't kill him, though.
damage.
Red
That is our bio break, everyone. So I'm going to say we're going to be back in. We are going to be playing at 9:45. So that's just under 15 minutes from now. thank everyone for this heated battle in the sky. Bubo has returned to save our heroes in their time of need. And let's go back to some fun credits until we return.
In Candlewick Manor, born to nobility, Ollie dance through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand. Little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering Candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Plucked from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack. Contracts and bylaws, she knew them all. Her litigious prowess made bureaucrats fall. In mazes of paper would she find a way to bend the rules and save the day. A holy symbol in a divine dream. Not all in the tower is as it may seem. A true cleric now with healing in hand. She'll represent the tower across the land. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined. Sometimes leaving the present behind. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined. Sometimes leaving the present behind. Library cat, shrouded in mystery, follows Ollie through every history. With glowing eyes and silent paws, it guards her path without pause. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering Candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Cut from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack.
Oh, hoist up the sails, let the winds take a breath. For Thaddeus Turnpike commands his ship. For road on the waves, a sailor so bold, with magical powers and a heart of gold. Behold, Thaddeus sailed the endless sea, with little Bubo as wise as can be. Through tempest and tide, they roam far and wide. The Turnpike legacy, their unfading pride. From the mighty Turnpike line he hails, with a lineage of captains braving the gales. A scion of seafarers fierce and grand, with the spell on his lips and the sword in his hand. Behold, Thaddeus, master of the spell, with little Bubo through heaven and hell. They dance with the stars, they flirt with the dew. Their laughter echoes in the ocean's blue. An owl for his mate, little Bubo's his name. Together they soar in fortune and fame. With little Bubo, his talents wrapped in light, they summon the winds and the stars to their fight. A curse of great power, a gift or a bane, Thaddeus wields it with little to fame. A rogue with a charm, a sailor with flair, he faces each curse with nary a care. Behold, Thaddeus, the sea's arcane knight, with little Bubo in the pale moonlight. Through whispers of magic and the salt-laden air, the Turnpike adventure none can compare. So sing of the Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Bubo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The sea's in their blood, magic in their heart. the tale of Thaddeus and Bubo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The seas in their blood, magic in their heart.
In Solania's fields a halfling stood tall. Sea gray eyes, a fighter's call. With Fiona's love and Angus' smile, his world was bright for a little while. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. From Zakar streets to golden fields, their family loved the greatest shield. They dreamed of wonders near and far, and on a list beneath the stars. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. Young Angus fell on distant shore, while Fiona's kiss would come no more. A drunken noble, a vengeful blade, left Harold's world in darkness laid. But from his grief a purpose born, to honor vows that he had sworn. The list unfolds a final wish, a blade resisted a gutted fish. Now Harold roams through joy and strife, to live for three in one short life. From mountains high to oceans deep, this solemn pledge he vowed to keep. With boulder hat and iron will, he faces each task with hard-won skill. For every deed he sees it through, he feels their love forever true. And when the final task is done, when every battle's lost and won, he'll close his eyes, his duty clear, knowing his loved ones drawing near. In afterlife they'll meet again, their love eternal, free from pain. The list complete, their dreams fulfilled, a promise kept, a future will. Oh, Harold Grey, your journey's long, but in your heart they're never gone. With every dream that you fulfill, Fiona and Angus are with you still.
Coming back. We're back. We're back. We are back. Okay. As people jump back onto video, I just want to remind us where we are. As we ended round 1 of combat, I just picture like kind of a view from the ground, almost like Cudgel's view, if he has a far enough vision to be able to see how far you've traveled now. But just this battle 600 feet in the air, dragons flying, explosion of explosive crossbow bolt, and then a single little figure just falling, and dust as it hits the ground. Arlie, I didn't mention before the break. Laughing the whole way down. Arlie, you're going to get a point of inspiration for that incredible use of Tasha's hideous laughter. Incredible maneuver. For the sake of this combat, Red Ruin is out of this combat. They have no capacity to return and be a part of the battle, so they are out of our initiative. And that is going to, bring us back to the top of round 2, and we're going to start with Bubo, followed by Thad.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns on myself as a bonus action.
Cool.
And so anytime I hit next with the... And actually, I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns on myself as a 2nd level spell, and it's gonna increase the damage whenever that happens. So I am once again going to attack the dragon at distance, the one that I have Hunter's Mark already marked on.
Okay.
I don't have advantage on this anymore. I don't have sneak attack on it anymore, but I'm still gonna do what I do. You know, it's kind of how I roll. So I'm gonna do that twice. The first one is a shite roll, and the second one is it's a 20. Not a natural 20, but it's a 20. So do I hit it?
With a 20, you'll hit. Yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful. So. That is 1d8. No, that's one. Not 1d10. Sorry, what's the one? Sorry, I'm just going to spend the roll. So 1d8 plus my dex is plus 4.
Cool. Who's the primary target for here? Was it because it's going to hit both of them, right? But is there a primary secondary target? You can tell me when you've done the math.
I'm going to continue hitting the rider, the mount. Sorry.
Cool.
I'm going to continue hitting the mount.
Hell yeah.
So hitting the mount, 1d8 plus 4. Is that it? Is that all I've got? I've got no sneak attack. Oh, I've got Hunter's Mark, so I've got a d6. And that's it. And then I get.
That's this one. Which one is that we're looking at? The one that's in melee combat with everyone, or the one?
No, the red one at the very distance. The one that I hit earlier for 61 damage. There.
Oh, the dragon itself. The dragon.
The dragon. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's 15 plus 20 plus 10, so that's 25 damage on it for the attack.
Cool.
And then let me just see. So they are going to make a dex saving throw. DC of it's 8 plus my proficiency 4, 12 plus my wisdom 3. That's 15. So it's a 15 dex save for both of them. Oh,
okay.
Shut up, Red Dragon.
The dragon passes. The rider passes.
Mm-hmm.
With an 18 and a 22.
Okay, so let's see. These are D10s here. Okay, so they're both going to take 6 damage, piercing damage.
Cool, 6 piercing damage. Incredible.
And then I am going to use my dash. Oh no, did I do? I used my bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just going to move my speed up in the air, straight up in the air, 30. So I'm going to be 60 feet above the group.
Okay, so you're going to fly up 60 feet further.
Just 60 feet further up above
Cool.
the group.
I'm just going to mark that there. And actually, you started already, so I'm going to say at this point you're... do you want to be 60? I say you can be as many as 90 feet above the main plane of combat.
It sounds like a party. I like it.
Cool. All right.
Doesn't matter for me. Far away is good.
Cool. So you are 90 feet above the main combat. And that is going to be Bubo's turn, which will bring us to Thaddeus. You're muted, bud.
Do you see the circle that I've made?
I
That 30
do.
that 30-foot circle?
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Sparky Boom Man!
Do you
I-
see what I just did, man?
Thad is like so he can't stand like having been so mobile recently, like his ability, like the speed, the loss of strength and the gain of speed. He's really frustrated that he can't move on the back of this dragon. So he sees that the two riders and the two dragonelles are close enough, and that little red dot just shoots right out at the end of its staff, and right when it gets in the two and the immediate, it explodes. And I'm casting it at 4th level, so it's an extra D6.
Wow.
Which
okay.
altogether is going to be 96 is what I am.
9d6.
Yes. I like it. 96 is it's like
So
33.
30 is what it's going to be altogether, and they
Okay.
gotta beat a DC 15 dexterity saving throw to take half.
Okay, so the one Dragonelle fails its saving throw to the right. The lower right one fails its saving throw. So that is 30 fire damage, halved because they are resistant to fire. The rider I will roll next. Dexterity saving throw, nat 20 on the rider. So there's going to be 15 fire damage. The other Dragonelle is going to roll. It fails. Resistant to fire will be 15 fire damage. And the other rider, the final rider, 23 on its dex.
Wow.
Rolls a 19. They all take 15 damage, effectively. So
That's 60 damage total, though. That's a pretty
60
good
total damage. Very effective.
Like that's a respectable. I mean, with a 4th level spell slot, my only one, you'd hope, but
Certainly effective. So you still have a bonus action. I guess not much movement opportunities right now.
Wait, hold on. I think I can do this.
Mm.
See the wording. I need to see the wording.
Oh, cast a cantrip, maybe.
No, because that was a full. I would have had to use a bonus action spell if that was the case. I just want to see how Find Familiar is worded.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, do you still have, like, it would make sense if Bubo's still with you, little Bubo.
Well, I can pop him in and out of existence, and I
Right.
want to see what kind of action that takes, unless Vikovar, you know off the top of your head.
Oh, I also have to remember. Speaking of, once Lindsay's back, we need to reveal. Vikovar says it's an action.
It's an action. Yep. So no, I'm gonna not use my bonus actions for anything, and that's turn.
Cool. But we will say that little Bubo's just around the corner. Still always around. Incredible. That's going to be Thad's turn, taking us to this dragon army officer. Let's see how much movement we have here. It is going to close distance, and they're going to try to attack the isolated Aelric. So this is going to move right past, close distance here, and attempt to make a couple of... The Dragonel is going to make a couple of rending attacks on Aelric. So that is 13. I don't think we'll beat Aelric's
19
armor class. And the next one is a 10. So the Dragonel attacks at Aelric flying by himself. He's able to defend and avoid these two.
Not so Rendy.
Not so Rendy today, my friend.
Not so Rendy, make a cazzonate.
He just grabs the Dragonel's claws and squeezes its wrist as a form of, and then lets go as the end of the...
Oh, amazing. The Dragon Officer is going to attack with its Vicious Lance. Wow. Rolls a 9. Missing. Rolls a 21. Okay, one hit. That is going to be 10 damage onto Aelric.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
And the Dragon Officer is able to roll an assault order, allowing his mount to roll one more rending attack. 19. Does a 19 hit?
That just hits. That's the AC.
Okay. And that is going to be... So that is going to be a total of 17 damage. Now, Aelric had that like chromatic defense. How long does that last?
The chromatic resistance?
Yeah.
Feature.
It lasts for like a minute or so? Or is it just that turn?
It's chromatic infusion. No, that's making his weapon. Reactive resistance. It's just as a reaction. That's
Okay.
the way that it's. When you take damage, you can use a reaction to give yourself.
Okay. So
damage.
So he's going to take 17 damage from the Dragonel as it does a third rending attack. There's a combination of fire and piercing for both of those attacks. So I think in total that is, I think that's a total of 27 damage for a grand total. And that is going to be the Dragon Army, the Dragon Army Officer. He is now gotten himself into a melee combat on his mount in the air with a winged Aelric, bringing us to Mark. You, Legion, will be followed by Le Chat Rouge.
So I turn around and look at the dragon fly past us, attacking the other dragon, who seems to be our friend. And remembering
This is
something,
so complicated.
I am analyzing everything around me, and I'm trying to deduce what is the best course of action to take next. And because I saw this previously and it looked fun, I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the dragon attacking Aelric. Dragon from the writer that's attacking Aelric.
Nice. Lindsay, if you pop and look, Vikovar got us a little gift that you never got to see. A little Bubo. We got a little
Where is
Bubo
this?
for Bubo. Little
Wait a minute,
Bubo.
Let me see. I want to get back to the small piece. Oh, there he is.
Little Bubo. So Little Bubo, I'm gonna get Little Bubo into your hands, Lindsay, because this was for you. This was a Bubo present. So we're gonna get you Little Bubo. That's a gift from Vikovar. Thank you,
Oh,
Vikovar.
that's awesome. Well, I mean, dude, I
Yeah.
just built an owl bed for my daughter, right? So
What better
I
than
think,
Little Bubo looking over the owl bed?
I think that Vic, you're gonna make my daughter very happy, and me, but my daughter
Amazing.
by extension. Thanks.
Beautiful. Annie, roll us a Legion,
Yeah.
roll. So you're gonna cast this on. So if you cast it on the rider, it'll go prone and fall off. If you cast it on the dragon itself, it will go prone and drop, rider included.
Yeah. So that is my intention. So I'm gonna cast it on dragon. If I'm selecting this right and cast, it should do everything automatically.
Okay, that's a lot of faith in my ability to set this up properly. But let's see.
16.
A 16, so it needs to be the 16 wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. 13. Amazing.
So it starts laughing uncontrollably. Oh,
yeah,
yes, I tell a very lame joke that I pull from my directory. Why is a dragon good at music? Because it keeps on working on its scales.
He's genuinely laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Just funniest thing.
I shake it off, and I'm like, I don't know what that was. I apologize.
Mouth.
The dragon that's engaged in like vicious combat with Aelric, who has his two swords slashing, defending. It like turns and cocks its head and hears this joke that you utter, and it just starts twitching, and then kind of as the laughter takes over, and its wings just flex, lose lift, and it drops like a stone with the mount still on its back. The two are falling.
Great. And as a bonus action, I see the little mouse, and I think all these little and furry creatures are very precious. And I cast Healing Word on.
Oh,
Squeak Noir.
amazing! Cast Hearing Word on Squeak Noir.
Can I find him on the map? I think that's him.
He's a tiny guy.
Cast.
Amazing. So that's going to be
Normal, I guess.
it's you roll something plus something. I forget exactly what it's going to be.
Well, I selected him and I cast the spell. So is it just that? They
Oh.
didn't show it.
Yeah, I don't think it. Or I didn't see. I see that it's a healing word on Squeak Noir, but I don't see the numbers myself.
Vic is saying that it's a second leveled spell, and we wouldn't be able to do that during.
Oh yeah, sorry, Annie. You just cast a leveled spell with Tasha's healing hideous laughter, so you're not allowed to cast two leveled spells in the same turn.
True.
That's right. Thank you, Vikafar, for keeping us honest.
So then I do nothing with my.
But you could
bonus.
cast another Bardic Inspiration if you chose, because I think that's a bonus action.
Yeah.
And they're not concentration, so you can just be throwing those around.
It's true, but I only have 4 of them to throw around. I will give Bardic Inspiration to Squeak Noir in case he needs to make a death save.
Amazing. Squeak Noir feels very inspired. Incredible.
You are very.
Good on you, little guy. Keep doing what you're doing, Squeak. Amazing. That's going to be Legion's turn. We are now back to our Le Chat Rouge, Le Grand Dragon Rouge. So I assume we want to encourage just to continue engaging in combat here, or do we want to disengage? The dragon can choose to disengage, which would allow. Actually, unfortunately, that would allow it to have an attack of opportunity on one of the riders, the way that mounted combat works in D&D, or it could just continue engaging in clawing and attacking Red Ruin's mount, which is now looking bloodied.
We're gonna get hit by that breath weapon just like soon, but we're like a walking target.
You can definitely go away from the dragon, going south or east to gain distance for sure.
And we're leaving.
Aelric is at this point just like in the air. His enemy is falling.
But we still leaving him alone.
Mm-hmm. Bubo's about 90 feet above all of you. I'm going to do a little countdown.
She's immune to fire, right?
The dragons are immune to fire, yes.
So, what if we ask her to like disengage and then like bank up over to somewhere like over here?
Mm-hmm.
Like in between Arlick and her, and come up with the plan that if the big dragon is going to use its breath weapon to like go belly up to use her own body as like a blockade while we're on the other side of it because she's completely immune to fire damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could
What I'll do is I'll say that if you have Le Chat Rouge, you hold an action to provide kind of a cover using like her body as a shield, then that means she won't be able to use disengage, but she will give everyone advantage on their saving throws.
we just take the half damage. Most of us probably still die. I don't. Does anybody else have any ideas?
Not really. This is for Aelric.
No, this is for our dragon.
I mean, I think the Dragonelle in front of him is like, just take some rips at him, man. Like, I think
What kind of breath weapon does she have?
Can
Can she fire her breath weapon out right now to hit the Dragonelle that she's still grappled with and the riders that are like directly in that line?
Le Chat Rouge has a 30-foot cone.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's totally.
That she can use. So she could. So it won't reach this other
What do you mean?
mount.
That's
Nah,
only 20 feet.
Right under. It's right under.
What?
Yeah.
I'm getting like 30 here, like right to the back here. I'm not seeing any difference from the tip of the nose here. I'm getting an easy hit.
Good push.
That is weird because I have my cone. My cone template says that this is a 30-foot cone.
Yeah.
Here, this says it's a 35-foot cone.
This is only 25 feet from the tip of the nose to the other guy. Anyways,
That's weird. No, it's a good point. If Ikovar can tell us why there'd be a difference there, I'm confused as to. Because you're right, it is 30 would be there.
Yeah.
The 30-foot cone.
I think we should just call it.
All right. I will say I'm happy because the linear distance is 30. The cone, it doesn't make sense. You're right, Lindsay. So I will say that if you want to use the breath weapon, that would include
that's 3
this
people.
rider here.
Yeah, she's gonna grab the Dragonelle, hold it out in front of her, and then give.
Amazing. So she exhales fire in a cone of inferno, forcing all of these creatures to roll a DC 17 dexterity saving throw,
Oh, that's a good
or
one.
take 16 d6 fire damage.
Like
So
it.
let us
I like
see
it.
what our first, the one that she is holding. The one that she is holding rolls exactly a 15, so fails. And this is, what is it, 16 d6, I said?
I love it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
love
6,
it
7, 8, so this is going to be 53 damage. 53 divided by 2, though, because the Dragonelle is
26.
is 26. So the 26 damage, the Dragonelle in her arms is just engulfed in flame, and you see its scales even start to melt, and its head slumps and collapses like a marshmallow in the fire. The one she is holding is dead. And now we will roll for the other two here. I'm rolling this one, an 18, so that one passes, and the rider fails. The rider fails. So that is 53 damage. the dragon officer is immolated in a cloud of flame and falls from its mount, just like not even moving. It is fully dead before it hits the ground. This Dragonel officer is dead. And this one succeeds, so that's half damage, which was 26, and then halved again because it's resistant, so that is 13, I want to say. That's 13 damage to that rider, or to that Dragonel, I should say. So this one is dead. This is... I'm going to take them off the map because they confuse me otherwise. So this one is the only remaining one in range. That was a very effective use of a breath weapon. Well done. Little Squeak Noir's, yes, I see you still very fiery, mon cher. And we turn to the fiery-eyed rider of the dragon to your north. She is no longer playing around. She's going to close distance herself. And I'm afraid to say fire for fire. And this dragon is going to cast its own exhalation of fire. So I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from everyone. This is a DC 21.
We're all dead.
You can use inspiration to re-roll. You can use...
I don't
want to die.
I don't want to die.
have inspiration.
Yeah.
Remember that Squeak and I think Arlie have inspiration die?
Mm-hmm. Or they've, Bardic Inspiration, yeah. So Squeak Noir is going to roll
What's the DC on
plus
that?
1d8. It
20.
is 21.
The DC's 21?
Yeah. So it's
Oh
an
my
adult red
God.
dragon.
Dragon. It's an adult red dragon.
The god has spoken.
Oh, I thought it was just getting higher every time.
We've got advantage. I'm not sure on who.
Squeak Noir rolled a 20 with their but they have luck. Squeak Noir passes. Squeak Noir is able to pass. Incredible. Okay, I just had to roll for Squeak Noir. Le Chat Rouge automatically passes because it's a red dragon and is immune to fire. So who else has failed or
What's the
succeeded?
die?
Sorry, I rolled if it's. I
I
don't.
rolled a 20, which is not a 21.
He rolled a 20. Does he have any? Squeak Noir's going to give him 1d4. Squeak Noir's leadership.
I
He's
mean, he
gonna
gets
give-
it, so.
So that's
just get
he automatic because it's a 21. So Harold automatically passes. And Harold has.
For Harold with the evasion, he just gets, like, when he passes saving throw, he just gets no damage, right?
I believe if you make a dex saving throw, only take half damage, you instead take no damage on a success.
Oh.
So Harold succeeds, will take 0 damage from this breath weapon. Still frightened, technically.
Mark, you rolled a 9.
Mark, you rolled a 9.
You should probably roll to see if he's no longer frightened, because I don't think we actually rolled a saving. At the
Oh,
end
good
of
point.
the
We
throw.
didn't roll on his
At the end of
turn.
his turn. Yeah.
17. I believe
He's still here.
still afeared because it's a 19.
Oh, the gods have
19.
spoken again, but I don't know
Yeah.
who it's for.
Oh, the gods roll again?
Yeah, I just don't know who it's for.
It was advantage on a saving throw for somebody. So
I'll say it's for Legion because Legion was the one we just mentioned who failed.
Oh, alright. I shall roll again. Dex save. 21.
Oh, that's a pass.
Wow.
Clean pass. The
Oh.
gods have spoken. Thank you, Legion. Legion keeping Legion alive. You are Legion.
keeping
Amazing.
Legion
So that
alive.
is Legion passes will take half damage. Herald passes with evasion takes 0 damage. Squeak Noir passes with evasion takes 0 damage. So I need to see Arlie and Thad's rolls.
Oh no, I got 19. I'm not. I'm
19?
dead. I'm at 35 life.
So wait a minute.
Oh,
Vicavar
man.
is speaking about Shat Dragon Rouge somehow providing cover. Is that a thing?
Oh, it would be partial cover, like what you were just saying.
Before that, like at the breath weapons coming, I like
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So
And he's
what
no
is?
longer grappled or anything, so it's not like he's.
all she has to do, if we're on the back, all she has to do is throw her body up and
Yeah.
spread her wings, and then
That'd be +5s for everybody.
I'll give that +5. That makes sense. Yeah, that's +5 because fully
instead of
taking her
fire,
body.
man.
She's a large creature with like a 40-foot wingspan, so opening herself to block the fire. So that means everyone gets +5. Thank you, Vicavar. Everyone gets +5 to their saving throws.
yeah, okay, well, I take half of 1,000,000 damage.
Okay, so that
So what
succeeds.
is the DC on this?
The
What's
DC is
on this?
21. Well, it's +5, so that means it's 16 effectively. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right, just wait. Well, tell me when it's my turn, and we'll.
Yeah, it's
do the
yours.
math.
Yeah.
You're the only one who.
I'm adding.
Fall.
I'm gonna
not
get
a-
Arlie first just to see because the final. What are you adding?
Not a dexterous being. Okay, so we're adding. We're putting on the bardic. So
Yeah.
that's a D. Oh, sorry, no, it's not 2d6. I'm just trying to roll one. I have to click the button too.
all good.
I keep doing it. I'm sorry. Just click it once, Claire. Press enter. It keeps putting. Okay, don't press enter is what we've learned. Okay, just
Click
press
the
it
roll
once
button.
and then click roll.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so you
Okay,
got
so
2
we're
with your
not doing
bardic.
great.
Wait. Is your bardic 1d6 or 1d8?
No, it's a D8.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The bardic is a d8.
That's great. Let's re-roll. Let's try that again. Okay.
Boom,
Yay.
7.
Great.
Okay.
So that puts us at 7 + 7 + 5. What's that bring us to? 14.
14 plus 5
So that brings us
is
to 19.
19.
You only
I
need
need
Is
to
it?
get to a 20. And that 5 is
Okay.
the 5 is from Le
Oh.
Chat Rouge, right?
I added the
Yes.
wrong direction, so never mind.
So
Yes.
okay, so it's 14 plus 5 is 19. You need to get 2 more. You need to get
All
to
right.
21.
So we are going to use my last potent dice. Portent dice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Portent dice.
Yeah.
It's an 11. So I'm just going to swap out where's
7?
my initial. My initial thing was a 7, I believe, for my
here's
saving
the
throw.
thing. Here's the thing.
It was a 6.
Or 6.
Vicavar is retconning a little bit too. Squeak Noir never had to do the thing to Thad,
For Thad.
right?
Or for
'Cause he-
Harold. Yeah, Squeak Noir didn't need to use his thing for
It's
Harold.
+1.
So,
he could try to
Arlie,
do it, his leadership.
yeah, so you have a 19 currently. Because Harold didn't need leadership, Squeak Noir is going to call to you and say, Arlie, keep your head down. And you're going to get 1d4 to add to your
Roll
before
roll
your
anything but a
before
one.
you even do any portent dice.
anything but a 1. That roll, Arlie.
That's a 2.
There
So
she
that's a
is.
pass. Okay, so everyone passes, yeah? So everyone passes. Now I'm going to roll damage.
Oh God.
1,000,000,000. Oh,
63.
great. We get
Yeah.
500
don't know.
million damage.
What is half of 500?
Scrape.
So this
Scrape's by
is
the right word.
this is 18d6 damage. 7 it is a 72.
That's 36. For
So
everybody.
36 for anyone who takes half damage. For those with evasion, they take 0.
36. Can I use my reaction to let go and avoid all of this? Can I fall? I'd rather fall.
I guess
I will
Sanctuary
say-
is a goddamn reaction.
I will say Thad because I like it, but also to try to be fair. Same DC acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. All
So it's a
right.
21 acrobatics to let go and avoid all damage, but you will now be falling.
Jeez.
21. All right. No, it didn't do it. 18.
Okay.
So,
I burn.
You're like, I just have to let go and the fire. Okay. So that's 72. So 36 damage to Legion, Thad, Arlie.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm
Down.
So Thad's down?
Yeah, I was 35.
That also
That's-
means Thad falls
Oh.
as he goes unconscious. Thad goes unconscious and falls. And that is
Arlie
going to
follows
be.
suit.
Are you also unconscious, Arlie?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
10 hit points ago.
Oh.
Oh no. Arlie and Thad are both falling.
Yeah,
And
this
Library
is
Cat. And Library Cat, just so we're clear.
And Library Cat
Arlie's
in
arm.
Arlie's hand still. Oh my god. Oh, and
I was
Library
gonna do
Cat
a
is.
mass healing on this turn, but I am low initiative, so it didn't happen yet.
Oh no. Harold's turn. That is our dragon leader's turn. It is now Harold's turn.
Harold's gonna dive at Thad and press his Seed of Zivalin up against his neck as they're both in free fall.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just
gonna
gonna acknowledge Vickbar is correct. Legion has Library Cat. I forgot that Arlie didn't get. Sorry. Yes.
Great. Okay, so Legion's still holding the library cap. Right, you never took it. Okay, so Harold takes a leap after Thad. I'm going to say this is an acrobatics check. I'm going to say this is just a DC 10 because you're not trying to do much except catch up to him, but it is still catching up to a falling Thad. So this is going to be a DC 10. 11. Okay, wow. Harold just gets that. So Harold is able to just immediately, without thinking, jumps right off of the Chat Rouge, gets Thad midair, applies the Seed of Zivalin to Thad's throat, and is going to dump in how many charges?
I don't know. Has he used? It's not marked anywhere if he's used it on.
I'm going to say it's probably full at that point. Let's say it's full.
I'm gonna pump in. I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna actually pump in one.
Amazing. So, Thad, you come to with the wind whipping around your face. Harold is in the rare position of being nose to nose with you. You are head down, falling. He says, "Okay, Thad, now's your time to save the two of us."
As a reaction, I'm going to continue to use because he's smaller than me.
Yep.
And I accept that there might be some form of damage a little bit, but I'm gonna cast Featherfall on myself. No, I can cast it on multiple people. What am I doing? I cast it on the two of us. It has multiple.
Arlie's also now. You can lift.
Yeah, what about the fallen body of Arlie that you can see?
I can
Now,
choose 5
also-
fallen creatures. Yeah, I get 5 fallen creatures within 60 feet. So I
5.
on myself, Harold, and I look over and I see the corpse of the godforsaken Kender. I cast Featherfall on the Kender too, and I shout up as like I try to shout, but it just comes a gurgle and blood spurts out.
Amazing. And you all start, like, all of the speed of your descent just slows a little bit.
It's actually, we keep on falling until we're within, I believe, 10 feet of the ground.
Oh,
and
is
then
that how it
we
works?
like,
Oh, it's just like
Yeah.
right at the end? Okay, so you all still
don't-
fall.
The
Is that
creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage. So now we're falling 60 feet.
okay? So you're falling very slow. So you have slowed down your fall. Amazing.
Yeah.
So Harold catches up, casts the thing on you. He's like, "Okay, Thad, now it's your turn." Thad gargles out some arcane words, and you, Harold, and Arlie, who's also just fully unconscious now, all slow and start descending as slow as a feather. Incredible. That's Harold's turn. The three of you are in steep descent. I'm just going to move you aside here so that we remember. That is now Juniper's turn. You are unconscious, though, I'm afraid. Is that right? Juniper is
That
unconscious.
is correct.
Aelric's turn. I will say Aelric with a athletics DC 12 according to my book, because some of the rules of what we're doing here are actually written down in a book. With a DC 12 athletics check, he can catch you, Arlie, if he chooses to do so.
Who's Aelric?
Elric can. What was that, Lindsay?
I said Elric can.
Yeah, I mean, can Elric catch her and then dump like 3 seeds of Zivlin pops into her?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
All right. So do you want me to roll, or would you like to roll?
It's a DC, what's that thing?
DC 12 athletics check.
Athletics? Oh, yeah, no.
This should be good for big boy here.
He's plus
Big Blue.
73 million, right? The first
He's-
athletics.
Should be a +7, should 16.
16 succeeds. So Aelric has been in combat. The dragon he's fighting starts laughing at this really bad joke about music and scales. He's kind of like, what? Turns, sees one dragon erupt fire. Another larger red dragon says, oh, fire for fire. Vroom! The entire party erupts in flame. Two small figures fall from the dragon. Harold leaps heroically to catch that. Everyone starts slowing down, but Arlie's still unconscious. Harold, hands behind him, tucks his wings, dive bomb straight, gets Arlie like in the parabola of his dive. As they start pulling up, he has sheathed one of his swords, pulls out his seed of Zivlin, pushed it against the breastplate, and he's gonna pump how many
If it was Sean, he would pump 3. He would pump 3 or 4. 3. Let's do 3. He'd leave an emergency.
Well, you said 3. I don't know if you could do 4, but at 3.
Nah, I like 3. I like that's not 12.
Amazing.
Oh.
Arlie,
Oh.
you're back. 12 hit points.
Dude, that's 3 4s, dude.
Arlie, you wake up with yeah, what do you want to say, Sam?
No, according to D&D rules, while we're parsing this out into turn orders, a turn happens simultaneously. It's all happening at the same. So I just want to, in this 30 round seconds, so many things just fell out of the sky. Like, it was just like magic, and then just like
Absolutely wild. Incredible.
6 seconds.
Within 6 seconds. This is
laughing thing careens down.
Pow,
breath
pow,
weapon,
pow.
like, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, we're on our second round of combat, so 12 seconds have passed. in this case.
Aelric is going to fail his wisdom saving throw, so he's still affrighted, but he has Arlie in hand. And so Thad is holding on to Harold, and Aelric is holding on to Arlie, and
Sorry, how did I get here? Did I have another episode?
Amazing.
Must be
And that's
understudy.
going to be Squeak Noir's turn, is going to end out the round. Squeak Noir doesn't have any ranged weapons. And so he is just going to call down as he sees everyone caught. He says, "Ha! I was never scared for an instant." And he starts pulling on the Chat Rouge to turn her towards the new foe, dragon combat. But we'll get back to that next week as you come back and join us on You Are Legion, because we are finished for the night. So thank you so much for joining us. Annie, thank you for coming and playing as Legion. Lindsay, thanks for coming back as Bubo. The cavalry is here. What a better place for Bubo to return than an air battle. And hopefully next week we'll get back our other two heroic adventurers, Aelric Sean Boyd and Michael Harold Keene. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This wouldn't be the same without you. We wouldn't have advantages. The gods wouldn't be speaking, because in this game, you are Legion. So until next week, thank you so much. And if you have time, come join us at 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday and watch Annie and Eric Fournier, and a cast of some wonderful players playing as, Behind the Veil, some stories before the Great Celestial War, which we are now playing out the aftermath of. So until then, I will look for how to turn off the machine, and thank you so much. Keep rolling them dice.
In Candlewick Manor, born to nobility, Ollie danced through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand. Little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, the wandering Candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escaped from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. From luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack,